Yeah, that's that guy. I feel like
This guy
that's
right
it's,
here.
it seemed like he just walk around unhealthy places. Get your life together, brother.
We call
That's
this
it.
guy Mr. Intensity. You know, coming to a neighborhood near you,
He coming door to door.
smacking y'all around. You know what I'm saying? It's Men's Health Week. You know what I mean? So
You got a list of every dude over 40.
making sure they check their prostate. Mhm. So, ladies and
Smack.
gentlemen, if you don't know, man, you know, if you read what it says, it's this is Mask Off. Health as well. You got young Malachi, intensify, turned up with the intensity this week. You know, we want to make sure we check out our health because it's well. And you also see we got some special guests in the building, man. Registered nurse,
Oh
Mr.
my
Derek
goodness.
Moran, and Dr. Maria Silva Schaefer.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I know she probably gonna crack up when she hear me say that again. Dr. Maria Silva Schaefer. It just roll
Do we
up.
gotta
It just
do we
roll up.
gotta roll those R's on that Maria?
Yeah,
Maria.
yeah. Maria Silva.
Maria. Maria, Maria.
Yeah, yeah. But they're gonna be coming in, man. And
Yeah,
these are
yeah.
my peoples. We go back so far back to woo-wee.
Man, I'm gonna expose y'all right now because y'all friendship is my lifetime.
You weren't even born. You weren't even born, bro. That's crazy.
He said y'all said 26 years, I'm 27. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. Wow, you was a young buck.
Y'all, yeah, y'all, y'all got together right before I was formed.
Yo, and the thing about that is, I used to always hate being the old head in
uh,
situations, and now I'm the old head in this. That's crazy. You my
You
young
definitely
boy.
the OG. You see, I call you OG. Like
I
it's not a
see, I
game,
see.
man.
You know what I'm saying. And if you didn't know, this is the young boy and the OG at it again. You know what I mean. So, shout out to you for being here with me, my brother.
Yes, sir. Glad to be
How
back, my brother.
was your week?
Oh man.
Let's get your intense pick out of the place here. Let's remove the
Yeah.
intensity.
You can't have too much of that, right?
Yeah, because he wanted to know how your week was too. He's
Right. It's like everything he asks is intense.
yeah.
Like, how you doing though?
How you
Like,
doing? How was your week? Ugh,
how's your health? Ugh.
ugh.
Oh man, let me hurry up and answer before he get mad. My week was good, man. Today actually was a great day, man. I had one of the best days I had in a while, man. Very productive. Just getting things done, man. Feels good to get things done. So my week was pretty good. I'm learning so much, man. I'm learning so much. Had a great show at Burn Bar and Grill, man. Great time, man. Great time at Burn Bar and Grill. I'm really excited about my growth as a host and as a comedian. I got to see Aria Tuesday at the Detroit House of Comedy. She did her thing. Uh, yeah, Monday went to Punchline. So a week of shows and performing. I filmed Wednesday as well for this series I'm in called Reverse. You know, doing my jobs, man. I'm grateful to have all of these gifts, man, and I'm working them. I'm really grateful. I'm just was reflecting on all the things that I do and like where I started from. You know what I'm saying? And to for me to be performing pretty much every day of the week. You know, now at this point now, so having some type of art form every day of the week, I love it. So I had a great week, man.
That is super dope to hear. That is super dope to hear, man. You know, um, I'm proud of you. I say it all the
Thank
time. I'm proud of your development. I'm proud of the fact that you keep pushing on and motivating yourself. But always, and I'm gonna say this in private and out in public, always take time for you because
you.
at the end of the day, you can give so much to everybody else and never have time for
Yep,
yourself and lose yourself in the
absolutely.
process. So always be in a position to take time for yourself, you know. And that's my OG advice.
Thank you.
Take time for you.
Appreciate it, OG.
Because before you know, you'll be wondering where those solid relationships dissipated, you know.
Hmm.
Uh, so that's that, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Got you. I got you, man. And I'm definitely learning that too. Learning the balance of life. You know what I'm saying? Learning to intentionally take time off, intentionally take, vacation time. You need that. You feel me? You need that. So absolutely, man. I appreciate that too.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
How was your week, my brother? Oh, you about to say
Um,
something else?
I was gonna say I love the one-two punch with the microphone and the headset.
Oh yeah,
Because
thanks, man.
you know, it gives a certain I'm here on
Yeah.
location look.
Oh yeah. Oh, you like the reporter look? We're live at Malachi's house. We have a spaceship and moon behind us, representing that we are taking off.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
dig
got
it.
you. I got you.
Yes,
For
yes,
sure. For
yes,
sure.
yes,
You threw the
yes.
oop on that one. I had to, man. I love it.
Love it, love it, love it. Yo, so you asked me how was my week. My week was interesting. Um, I went and I saw some things and I conquered some things. So
Beautiful.
I'm gonna explain this way. I needed to
Mhm.
pick up a little small time gig, and I did my research and I found one at the local theater in our area, which is downtown. It ends with an X, starts with an F. So I will be down there.
Fox?
Yes, my brother. I will
You
be at the
working at the
Fox.
Fox, my brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna be down at the Fox.
Oh
But I
yeah,
got a little
I'm in
pissed
now.
off. I got a little
Huh?
pissed off
Why?
because they said I can't take pictures with the celebrities.
Oh man.
So let me tell you what DJ Touch said. DJ Touch said, "That's right because you're supposed to be working." I said, "You're a
She ain't had
hater."
your back.
She had my back, and also
She
she
ain't had your
said,
back at all.
if I was down there taking pictures with celebrities, they would get mad at me and fire me because I'd be talking too much. I said, whose side are
Yeah,
you really
fire you.
on?
She wasn't on your side at all with that one.
Wasn't on my side at all. So this little part-time gig I got, you know, I'm excited about it. I went to the orientation yesterday, and I have to say, man, they run a tight little ship down there.
Oh yeah.
It's together. The orientation was dope. It was a nice presentation. So I was really, really taken back by that, you know. And other than that, man, my week been normal, just touching people one life at a time.
Hold
Ain't
on,
nothing
man. I got a couple more. I got a couple more questions on that, man. Uh, uh,
I was
uh
gonna gloss over that.
nah. You can't gloss over the Fox OG. You know what I'm saying? That's a prestige venue there, my brother. Um, what exactly you doing? You doing ticketing? You doing
I'm
where you at with it,
ushering.
man?
I'm gonna be out there helping
Okay,
people.
okay. Form good. How many? Two. Follow me. Follow me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a little
Gotta
bit of that. A
gotta
little
keep
bit of
gotta
that.
keep gotta keep them on hold while
You
the
know?
show going. You feel me? It's only when that's it. I understand. I'm gonna need you to wait, sir.
Hey,
I know you're good at that, man.
soft
So
tones,
I'm proud of you,
soft
man.
tones, soft tones, soft tones. So that's how you're gonna have to get them right there.
Right, you gotta hit.
And you always got to do a nod in there. I don't know why they do that, but they like,
They be so express. Right. Hey, hold it right there. You got two. Okay, follow him. Follow him.
he's coming. Look, he's
Right.
coming your way.
you're you're waiting.
Your way.
Ticket. Don't forget the ticket.
Two's coming.
Get that
Two's
ticket.
coming your way. Two's coming your way.
Two coming your way with the walkie talkie. You got the shoulder, boy.
Yeah. Two's coming your way. Be on the lookout. Okay, great. Super.
Be my lookout. That's good.
Good job. Great job, Sarah. You
Yeah.
always
So
do
when you start,
that.
man?
Then
When you
you
start on
walk
that?
away. What'd you say?
When you start on that?
Uh, next week sometime, I believe.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Next week sometime.
I'm actually will be at the Detroit of Comedy, which is right there next door where Hockey Town is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be performing there this Tuesday coming up.
That's what's up. One day you'll get in the Fox. I know it.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm gonna get your autograph at that.
Oh yeah. We're gonna take pictures on that
We
one
gonna
for
take
sure.
pictures of that. I'm getting fired that night. I'm getting fired on that one.
Hey, that'd be the night too, cause I got you after that, man. Like,
You know what
hey,
I'm saying?
give
I'm
him
getting
a
fired
rating.
that night. Like this my young boy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I'm gonna invite this guy, Mr. Intensity.
Good callback, man. Mr. Intensity coming through.
Mr. Intensity
Where
goes,
your seat? Hey, he the head usher at the fire. How many seats you need?
yeah, man. So that's what we gonna do, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir. Love it.
so we always start the show off the way we started off. We always got to do it with nothing but what you do, man. Where
Yeah.
is that? I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. I can't find it. So I think I might have to name one. For
I think it should be still there.
it's not there. I don't see it. I don't
We
see
got a
it.
couple comments too. Danny Love in the building rocking with us.
Oh,
What's
cool.
up, Danny Love? In the regular comments. Like the stream. Oh, that's YouTube. That is YouTube. Never mind. Yeah, she said, so proud of you, Mal. That you time is very important. Oh, that you time is very important. And gotta add the nod. She already know. Danny the head usher too.
Oh, word. She get it
Nah,
in.
not for real. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Oh, okay. All right.
She the leader of the praise team, though. Praise the Lord.
You always gotta have that.
And we are live on location. As you come and get your seat, please. Yep. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Okay.
All right. Well, here we do things on the fly too. So I'm gonna give it to you. So you can
Let's
give
get
me
it.
more additional minute. You
Turn
know what
me
I
up.
mean? Let's go.
I'm about to freestyle this like a beat. Say no. What's up, y'all? Just like Mr. Intensity on the flyer, I'm coming with a motivational minute to say be the boss of your own life. Be the boss of your body, your soul, and your spirit, your mind. Be the boss of you. You don't want to let situations dictate what's going to happen with your body. You want to dictate what your body's going to do. You control, you command with your mind, your health, your body, your wealth, all of that. That's on you. A lot of times we just give in to situations, we give in to life, or it's just the way my body is. Nah, you can change it. You can go to the gym. You can eat better. You can make the changes to improve yourself and get to the point where you want to go mentally, physically, emotionally. It's mind, body, and soul. If you are the boss of that, you control, you command, you demand what you want out of life and what you want your body to be and the condition that you want to be in all areas of your life. So be that boss, take control, and take command. It's a motivational minute.
That is super dope, my brother. Super dope. Super dope. And I'm really taking at the heart, you know, being controller of my own destiny. You know what I mean? There's so many practices. And that goes with health and wealth. That goes with everything that you're going through mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Yeah.
So that's very insightful to
Mhm.
take in. And I appreciate you for that, my brother.
Oh, you're welcome, brother. Yeah, it's important, man. You know, even myself, I've been allowing things to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Both mentally or I've been pretty good with the physical part, but mainly the mental part. You know, allowing myself to take control. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to accept certain thoughts, certain ideas, certain you plant the garden of what you want, you know, and you cultivate that and you build that and you protect outside of anything that you don't want. And that starts with being clear about what you want, being clear about what you want your body to look like, how you being clear about how you want to think, being clear about, what type of life you want to live, because you have to think a certain way to live this certain type of life that you want, free of and just having freedom in life. Freedom costs, and the cost of it is you getting beyond what's holding you back.
Super dope words, my brother. Super dope words. At this point, man, we gonna move to. We got a couple comments in here.
Yeah, Danny Love, she's still with us. She said true with the honey bun. So shout out to Danny Love rocking with us.
What's up, Danny
Uh,
Love? You in the building? I see you. You doing
yeah,
big.
she is. Danny Love is definitely doing big things. She's a comedian, actress, author. So y'all go check her out. She's super dope. Also part of the One Mic Gang. Shout out to the One Mic Gang.
One mic gang. What it do? What it do?
Uh,
All I need is one mic.
all I need is one mic. For some reason, our Planet Ant on a different name, but there's no comments in there yet.
Yeah.
We'll worry about that later. I think that's it right now. Yep.
So you ready,
Oh,
my brother?
Kurt Brinker. He said this is my favorite show. Shout out to Kurt Brinker, man.
Shout out to Brent.
I love that right there. I love that. That warms my heart right there. I love that energy right there. That warms my heart. His favorite show. Big salute. Glad we
That
can.
just changed my life, man. That changed my life.
It did. It really did. Like I really want to acknowledge that. You know, we should frame that or something. I'm about to screenshot that. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy hitters right there. You feel me? And Danny's still rocking with us too. She said, "Thanks, Smile." She said, delete the negative thoughts." That's right, Danny. Delete them negative thoughts. That's good. Because you have to replace them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta control or delete. We're gonna take that out and we're gonna put this in. You know what I'm saying? As you said, gang. Thanks, man.
I hear you.
For sure. She already know what's up.
We gonna slow it down and speed it up, man. So, and what I mean by slow it down is I'm gonna dig deep, way back deep to kind of touch on some subject matters. And I felt like I needed to bring some of the most two well-perversed people I know, professional people I know that know what's going on. And today's episode, we talking about health is wealth. And two great people I want to bring to the table is nurse Derek Moran. He's a registered nurse. And also Dr. Maria Shiva. So I'm going to bring him out. And if you don't mind, my brother, let's get to it.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I see the excitement on y'all faces. I love it.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I am ecstatic. For those who don't know, the people at the bottom, they are very, 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 very good friends of mine that I know from way back in the day. Shout out to Orillas. That's number one. My brother from the Orilla crew, Mr. Moran, and also the females that went to our college, Miss Schaefer, Silver Schaefer.
There you go.
Welcome.
Thank you. Two things. Wait, I'm gonna say something real quick. I'm younger than you guys, so it was 24 years ago. Thank you, Malachi. I had to say that.
You're welcome. I love it too. She like, we ain't doing that.
Elder statesman on this side.
Right.
Everyone.
I'm close, but y'all over there. Right. Oh yeah, that way. Stay over there.
That means like Malachi was like one.
I know. What is that?
1 year old, like y'all dabbing each other up with full adulthood going on.
Yeah. We was figuring it out, trying to figure it out. Malachi, while you were on, Derek was trying to show us his microphone because he got a little jealous that you had a fancy microphone, so he pulled out his.
Oh, nice. Okay. You see, I gotta zoom in on that boy. Like,
yo, why you holding the joint like that, though?
Right.
Oh man,
that's so funny.
All right, we at the top of the show, and I just want to say, man, thank you all for coming on. I bug my people to death to try to get them to come on and do things, and I'm honored to have you guys on. Starting with Miss Schaefer, Silver Schaefer. Where you from? What's some of your credentials in your area? Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, good evening, guys. Thank you so much for having me on here. I'm actually from Miami, born and raised, and 305. And till I die, right? But
I love it. Represent. I feel it.
Exactly. And so I graduated with my doctorate in social work. I've been in social services for 20 years. And the last 10 years, I've been in the hospital, acute care hospital setting, in the ICUs, primarily in the last few years. So I have my master's from Barry University down there. And then I got, previously to that, my bachelor's in criminal justice with emphasis in social worker with you fine gentlemen and at Defiance College. So here I am, happy to be here.
So dope. I'm so proud. Look at me. I'm
Thank you.
smiling. I can't stop
Thank you.
smiling. I'm so
Me
proud.
either.
I'm so proud of you. And Mr. Derek Moran, who are you? Where you from? What's up with you, my brother?
Well, I'm from a place called Van-Ort, Ohio, originally, which no one knows where that is, and you guys didn't know where it was until I moved from there.
No, we did.
And met you guys at Defiant. And I have also been working in the healthcare field for a little over 20 plus years. And I originally had got my associate's degree in nursing and then went back and got my bachelor's degree in nursing. And I work and run a clinic that is trauma on Mondays, and then I have a colorectal and a little mix of hernia in both Parkinson's patients that we take care of, as well as some patients who need extra nutrition because of cancers and stuff like that. So we put tubes in their stomachs to assist them with extra nutrition and proteins. So that's kind of what I do for a living daily.
Wow.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, it is.
Both of y'all working in the ICU and you working with trauma all day long. So this question kind of goes to both of y'all. With all that stuff going on, how do you guys manage to like break away from it? You know what I mean? Because I know you guys have hectic days. Like, how do you say, you know what? I'm gonna leave what's at work and fall
Right.
back and relax. How you able to do that?
Yeah, even with like the mental stuff that y'all see, like how do you like ignore that stuff? You know, I'd be scared of
Well,
my going to sleep. Like,
it's true. I mean, I've been in the front lines of COVID for the last 2 years, 8 months, and part of what my manuscript for my doctorate was trauma-informed self-care for healthcare providers post-COVID. And the goal of implementing that in the hospital setting is, everybody waits for you to go home and de-stress and all of that to practice self-care. But what I would love is to incorporate that, as a part of your day. You take that break. People used to take smoke breaks, right? But instead of a smoke break, how about a meditation break? We provide a safe space where a person can come in there, put on some mindfulness, meditation, and take deep breaths, take a step back. You can do some meditation during that time. Or if you want to take your lunchtime and do 30 minutes of yoga, your time is precious. And we need to take better care of ourselves. Because if we don't do it, no one else is going to do it. So, having those boundaries is so important, for all of us. And incorporating that as a part of your day, I think, is a way that you can increase longevity in the workplace as it is. We're all stressed, whether it's in the hospital, as a teacher, anywhere, just taking that time to take a step back, take deep breaths, and just focus on what's important to you, and taking care of you.
That's powerful. Derek?
Yes.
I second that. What Maria says is just having the opportunity to kind of step back and decompress and do something that you love to do. I love sports. I love working with kids. I'm really involved within the community. So on those days where I have those rough days, I can come home and go work and help out with kids within my community. Like right now, I coach, and that right there, just seeing them do things that I teach them, it kind of takes away from the day. Does this stuff ever go away? No, it doesn't go away, because you're going to come right back into it again tomorrow. And even if you handle one situation, I trust and believe another situation is going to come up again tomorrow. And like Maria said, with COVID, it's definitely put a new spin on things that wasn't there for the past 15 years that I've been doing this. And now it is, because it's just one of those things that it just kind of lingers around every room, whether you want it to or not. It just kind of hangs out like a dark cloud, it seems like at times. Um, but I think as healthcare professionals, we are managing and figuring out ways to better deal with it and move on with life too.
That's wonderful. You know, when I was working in residential, right? One of the residentials I was working in, they came up with mindfulness, and also not only just mindfulness, they was talking about having a masseuse come and massage us for a good 15 to 20 minutes. And I have to say that really, really, really changed the dynamic of my day, you know, and
Wow.
having the ability to break away, you know, it it releases so much tension throughout the day. You know, you
Yeah,
less stress. You know what I mean? Just being able to de-stress like
absolutely.
that.
That's
So
good. And I think
um
being intentional about that is very important. Yeah.
definitely, definitely. One other question I want to have for you guys. Why does working in the capacity you guys work in so important to both of y'all? You know, like working in the healthcare industry. Why is that? Out of all the things you could have been doing, you know, from what I understand, you mentioned law enforcement previously, Maria. Um, why was there a choice to move to the healthcare industry opposed to being in law enforcement?
I think it's just the overall, just I always had this urge, this feeling that I wanted to help people, right? In what capacity, initially I didn't know. And I think the more that I was in the community and as a part of, what I could help with, it's improving the overall human condition. And I think it's just, leaving the world or even a person or a family or a child better than when you first met them. And just being that light in their life or in their community or in that workplace, even, sometimes people at work can even be, kind of Debbie Downers. And if I'm going to be the one that wants to help them improve the way their outlook on life and in their daily, day to day, I think that's just something I've always loved. It's just, making people laugh, making people feel good, making them feel appreciated and understood and heard. Those are things that I love to do. So that's what drew me to social work, right?
Right? So, and Derek, and how about you, Derek?
For me, I was the first in my family to get a college degree. There's no one else that's done it yet. So that was
Mm.
one mark that I wanted to do. When we were at Defiance, I had an aunt that had gotten sick in Mississippi. So I went down to see her, and my my family lives in a lower income neighborhood, and she didn't have insurance, and she was in the hospital. And I remember just asking the physician if there's something that I could do for my aunt. And I remember him throwing me a ball and said, have her squeeze this ball. And that never sat right with me from that point on. And I actually, at Defiance, was there for elementary ed, and I switched my majors to go into healthcare because I knew I could do better than that, than especially than how that physician treated me. It made me feel like I was inferior to him, and I kind of just made some moves and switched it around. And I like what I do because I can help people. I work in an inner city hospital, and it's great.
It's amazing how a negative can be turned into a positive. You know what I mean? And it can be fuel to motivate you to do something a
Mhm.
little bit more that you weren't even thinking that you were going to be set out to do in life. And that's dynamic. And I thank you both. I'm sure Malachi, thank you both. And congratulations
Absolutely.
to you, my brother, for setting that tone for your kids and your family.
Absolutely.
Being the first one to graduate from college too. You know, that's a tidbit that I remember you shared with me, and I'm glad you put that out there because we need more people that's out there making a difference in the healthcare field. Whether it's minorities, whether it's men, period. We need more of us out
Hmm.
there making a substantial impact. So,
Absolutely.
as far as impact, I want to talk about some of the things men should be looking out for as far as our health and our wealth, because that's why we're here today. What are some of the matter of fact, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna apologize for a moment. Maria, I'm gonna talk some men stuff right quick. Some men body part stuff. So what's if hold on for a minute, Doc.
Doc.
So Derek, what's some of the things we should be looking at, or some of the age ranges where we should be grappling with to try to check out let's just say, like, when should I get my prostate checked, all those things, and when should there be a moment where I should even feel comfortable to go to the doctor? Like,
You should start steering it now. You should have started steering it a while back. And this would be a prime opportunity of not to have Maria be on the back burner, because guess what? If you have a woman with you, you're guaranteed to live longer. I promise you that.
thank
Uh,
you.
Wow.
the lifestyle that males live and the way that we are, we tend to be that want to always be the head of the leader, and no matter what and under any circumstance, provide for our families, and we don't see ourselves through the same light as what a female would sees us through. So our loved ones, being our wives, girlfriends, etc., see us in a different light. So what I see a lot in my clinics is the wife accompanying the husband on these clinic visits, and that's where I get I would say about 90% of my information from, and the 10% that I do get from the male subject that's in the room, my patient, is not usually the truth. It's usually the wife that's the one that's in there telling on the husband and letting him know all of his bad habits. And I see Maria shaking her head. She knows I'm correct. So I think in order to get a good grasp on what's going on, you need to have a significant other there to just kind of be the one that's going to be the truth maker, because they want to keep you around longer. And that is a true fact that having a significant other with you, or to kind of be able to help guide you through this thing that we call life, will make you live a little bit longer. A
So
lot.
do you think that even with the doctor's appointments, do you think it's always best to go as a group?
I
Uh,
think it is. I mean, COVID has kind of put limits on some of those things, but they're starting to kind of let that stuff up. But I feel like, um, as males, I think that we're doing better than we were 10 to 20 years ago as far as being able to be open with the physicians. But I think that that's because we have an endless amount of resources that are available, that we don't have to put our flaws out there for everyone to see. I mean, you can go on the internet and Google anything, but I guess just know what you're Googling to make sure that what you have is evidence based. But uh, you can get an idea of some of the consequences of not meeting up with a provider. So.
so I would like to say I
Wow.
apologize. I feel like a complete playhead for not incorporating Dr. Maria Silver Schaefer in this conversation, because I thought it was concerning just men. But the key component, as you say, is women. I could just say this out loud: women tend to live longer than men anyway, right? So
Mhm.
they would know more about us than anything. Is that right?
Well, there's studies, that say a man that's married to a woman lives longer. But when a woman is married to a man, she lives shorter. So, it's a
Wow, that's
double-edged
funny.
sword.
Yeah,
It's a
To do
double-edged sword there, my friends.
yeah.
But that's we're in this together, and like Derek said, it's because when a man puts his physical health on the back burner, it can affect their mental health, right? Because when a man's mental health is overlooked, it takes a toll on you, mind, body, and soul, because your overall health expectancy goes down.
Mm.
Your overall health, these unexpected mental health conditions that are overlooked can then lead to high risk behaviors. More drinking, more alcohol, more gambling, or other forms of addiction. And so that's why it's important to get that help for yourself physically and mentally, because we're all impacted. Everything is connected, so it's super important.
So let me ask this question from the ICU standpoint. What are some of the craziest things that you've seen in the ICU, Doc?
Oh, the craziest things I've seen. I mean, we have overdoses. I'm in central West Florida, right? West Florida is where I'm at. And so we do have, some fentanyl, some heroin down here. And the facility I'm at, it's a transplant facility. So we have a lot of transplant patients. We do liver, kidney, heart, lung. And a lot of that, we also have an ECMO machine, which, does a lot of work that the body needs to do that can't be done. So we have just very high acuity patients that are really sick that are coming into the hospital. But we have our John Does that come in, or Jane Does that come in, and then we have to find family for them. And this is, getting those phone calls. Some family members getting those phone calls in the middle of the night. Hi, not in the middle of the night because I'm not there in the middle of the night, but Monday morning, let's say after a weekend, I'm making phone calls. Do you have a family member that might live, in West Florida that you haven't had communication with for how many years? And here I am trying to find a decision maker for them because they're not able to.
Wow.
Yeah, it's rough. It's difficult.
Do you find yourself physically connecting or emotionally, I should say, connecting with patients or situations that you kind of empathize?
Absolutely. I mean, this past week, I had a 30-year-old with congenital heart disease that she came in with, but it was a high risk pregnancy, and so she had the baby 2 days before, but then suffered an aneurysm, and then was life flighted to our hospital so they can put her on ECMO, and she ended up passing away. I joined this family in prayer. How not, having a 30-year-old first time mom lose her baby and her young husband right there with her family. And of course, you emotionally connect to that kind of situation. And it happens more often than not. I don't think you can be, empathetic without, relating to somebody. I'm thinking in my mind while I'm in this hospital room, I'm a sister. Her brother was there. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. So I'm an aunt. Those are all things that we all can relate to. And yep.
Interesting.
Sorry, Debbie Donna.
No, I asked you. So great answer. I mean, that's the nature of the game. So I commend you for handling all this for years. I know you've seen many cases with these things that just attach you emotionally. So I commend you both for being able to take care of yourselves. That's a testament to how well you all take care of yourselves to help take care of other people. So
Thank you.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say too, like I know even with Derek's case, he does a good job of separating. But what I want to know is when it comes to working in the clinic, are there repeat people that come there, or are you dealing with somebody different every day with a different circumstance? How does that necessarily work?
So in the clinic, and then I'm sure with most hospitals, you have patients that come in, and it's kind of almost like a revolving door. And like for me, it's an opportunity because you you get a chance to have contact with them, and I develop these relationships with these patients where um, it's kind of like I'll give them just enough because compliance is normally one of the biggest issues that I have with my patients, meaning that they will not take their medications, or let's say that they have a big abdominal wound that needs these dressing changes that can't have the insurance or doesn't have the insurance to be able to afford a wound vac, which is a vacuum that we put on there with a sponge that kind of sucks out all of infections, and it makes and it even doesn't have to be infection. It just makes the wound heal quicker. So they can't afford that. So we would have like dressings, and I would give them enough dressings to get them through a week. Set them up with another appointment the following week. That way they would keep coming back, because if not, they're not going to come back. And even if I can get them to come back, because the alternative to that is that they're going to be using up our resources in other ways, which would be like in the emergency department for an infection, which then is
Mhm.
a hospital stay, which is going to be a bill they can't pay, which means the hospital or the university or wherever you're going to work at is going to eat the cost. So me giving them some supplies weekly is small on the spectrum of things when you look at the whole picture. And that's what I like
Wow.
to do with my patients. And that's what I've been doing for years. And it works out, or it's been working out really great.
So
That's
do
good.
a lot of doctors and nurses think like you guys? Because I, we all go to the doctor if something's wrong. You know what I mean? But you
Right.
don't find that personal touch. You know what I'm saying? Everything is, hey, look, you got to talk to the social worker, and see if your insurance going to cover it. You got to talk to this person. No, you can't stay an extra day. You know what I'm saying? And they move you like you in, you out, you in, you out.
Mhm.
No, we're going to give you some antibiotics and you're out of here. You know what I mean? So to have that personal touch, it goes a long way. And I don't know if that's just a testament to where you guys work at, if that's the mindset in which they have, or is that a personal thing? So I don't know. Tell me. It's
Well, I think, as because I'm a social work case manager, right? And that is part of what we do to help, with reduce hospital readmissions, increase compliance, like Derek said, increase follow-up appointments. That's what we do. That's the nature of what a hospital case manager does. You want to make sure that a patient's getting appropriate medical care while they're in the hospital and post discharge. And so, like Derek said, when a patient is unfunded, we try to provide them with, that those wound care supplies, ostomy supplies. Of course, nobody likes to give away free stuff, but
Right.
if it's a patient that doesn't have insurance and can get to the community clinic until, Tuesday, and they're being discharged on a Saturday, you want to make sure that it's a safe discharge. And, people always have that misconception where, oh, they're going to kick me out of the hospital. I have nowhere to go. I mean, we're not going to kick you out of the hospital. If there's nowhere safe for you to go, by all means, the hospital might have to eat the cost, but it needs to be a safe discharge plan.
Mhm.
And that, I think right now, it's so important because guess what? Your family member is going to call the news and say that Maria discharged me and I didn't have any, equipment to take care of my wound, and I'm on TV then. Nobody wants
right.
that, So I think it's something that we all try to achieve is a safe discharge for our patients, because we don't want them to get sicker or die or come back. So, yeah.
So before we roll out of here, one thing I want to go over again, and I don't want to make an ass out of myself like I did earlier. I want to include both of you guys. So I want to know, like, what's some of the practices people can take to start, especially men. Because I know women be on their health, man. Whether they
Right.
checking out the new diet, or whether they checking out some new Nutri-Gain
Yeah.
foods and counting calories. What's some of the things that we can do as men, so we can start being more proactive? Because
Yeah.
it's something along the lines of wanting to do it and getting forced to do it. What
Right.
can be something that can motivate us to want to be more health conscious?
I also want to know why don't we also, like, why was the issue now and how do we solve it?
Thank you, Malachi. That's a good one too.
Mhm.
You want me to go?
You go first. I come
Oh,
after.
so I think the best thing that we can do is prevention. So, like you were saying, I think developing a relationship with your primary care provider or they'll say PCP. You hear that sometimes in the hospital setting. Prostate exams. Even if they don't do the exam, they can draw labs on you, where they can check to see how that stuff is, and what your levels are. The prostate being, it's kind of like about the size of a walnut, kind of surrounds your urethra, and as you get older, it gets bigger, and it gets bigger, it can kind of impede the flow of urine. And that's usually one of the first things you see, is difficulty urinating. As And then as you get older, you may not be able to urinate. There's medications that you can take that can assist with that, kind of assist with the flow, but it can also decrease the risk of developing prostate cancer. Cholesterol is one of those other ones, that's a big heavy hitter that always seems to hit home with patients. And whether you're obese or not, it can be linked to genetics, or it can be linked to not eating well. So sometimes um, when you get your blood work done, you'll see where you'll see like HDL or LDL, and no one ever knows the difference. But what I always tell my patients is the way to differentiate between the two is, if you think of LDL, you think of lousy. Well, that's your bad cholesterol. And you think of HDL and think of happy, that's your good cholesterol. So of course you want your good cholesterol to be, for males, I believe it's 40 and above. That's good. And ways that you can do that is by healthy eating and exercise. Exercise being a key component. At least 150 minutes a week of exercise. Your LDL can be lowered by foods that are not high in saturated fats, because that tends to sit in our bloodstreams, because cholesterol is a type of fat that our body uses to kind of develop and make new cells. But an overabundance of that can build plaques in there within the walls of the arteries that can lead to stroke or a heart attack or something like that. And those things are what we don't want. And cholesterol is one of those sneaky type diagnoses that it doesn't tell you that it's coming. You don't know when a stroke's coming. It just happens. And by the time that it happens, it's too late. And with a stroke, you can have a deficit on one side of your body versus the other, or you can even die from it. So, or a heart attack, because plaque builds up in the walls of the vessels and it closes off, and then you're not getting any flow of blood. Another one would be blood pressure. Making sure our blood pressure is the 120 over 80 would be normal. Anything higher than that, if you would see, let's say you got a blood pressure of like 140 over 90, you are now in stage one of like what they call hypertension. You'll hear someone say that, which poses an issue, because the higher that your blood pressure gets, the more risk that you are of having either, once again, a stroke or a heart attack. And for men's health, since we're on that topic, not only does high blood pressure affect the big vessels like we're talking about in our brains and our hearts, but it also affects the little vessels that are in like our reproductive system. So we have little vessels that allow us to have an erection. And if you continue to have that uncontrolled hypertension, that can lead to impotency, which means that you can have an erection. So since we're on the topic of men's health, that is something that poses a real big concern. Especially it can happen at a young age. And I think
Cialis pills. Don't want to be taking those Cialis pills.
Yeah, well, sometimes those won't even work either. So,
Whoa.
It just all depends. I think the last thing that I wanted to kind of hit on would be diabetes. Type 1 diabetes versus type 2. Type 2 being that you're not insulin dependent. The body is still making insulin, but it's not really getting enough insulin. to be able to take care of all of the glucose molecules that are in your body. Type 1, you're not making it. Usually you're insulin dependent. So what they do is a test called a hemoglobin A1C. You'll hear them say that. And that's when red blood cells that can last in the body for about 90 days and then they die off. So within that, glucose molecules or sugar can ride around on those red blood cells too. So we're able to take and get an average blood glucose for 3 months, and that's where you hear them come up with the word hemoglobin A1C. So most diabetics are well aware of they have like high blood sugars or if they don't. That's pretty much what I got. So ways to kind of, I guess the best way to make sure that none of these things happen is to eat healthy, eat good. If you have foods that last greater than a week, those foods probably are not good for you. If you have foods that last less than a week, those foods are probably good for you. And that's the best that I can tell my patients, because if you think about it, potato chips, they can sit in the cabinet forever, but if you put fruit out, it's going to rot within a week or a week and a half. So that's pretty much what I got. I'm sorry, Maria.
No, you're fine. I thank you for mentioning all those things. And you know what? One of the commonalities with high blood pressure, diabetes,
cholesterol,
and all of that, guess what? Are minority populations, right? Social determinants of health.
Right.
And so it's so important. And it's part of, like, as you were asking, where did it, how do we take better care of ourselves, right? I mean, the intergenerational trauma. If my family didn't take me to the doctor regularly, I'm not going to go to the doctor regularly.
Wow.
It's so important, that we break those cycles, or even, as a Hispanic woman, my mother didn't talk to me about things that she should have spoken to me about. And I think, at our age, at our age, we can talk to, our children about the things that our parents were embarrassed to talk to them about, whether it's, physically, it could be mentally, socially, all of these things that we can take away. What is it now? Toxic, bless you, that toxic masculinity, where that machismo and the anger that's passed down from, father to son, or, that the ego, all of these things need to be put aside, because health and our physical and mental health is so important to take care of, to make ourselves feel good and take care of ourselves, our kids, our friends, our families. So it's all really important to break that cycle of not being able to talk about things, because we're human. We're all human. We all can learn from each other and treat each other better and practice kindness. And that's important.
Wow, well said. Well said, both of you all. And I really appreciate you guys joining this conversation with us. Brought me some insight as well, things I need to be more conscious of. So thank you all.
Definitely, man. I don't think I would have been able to do this show tonight without you two. You know what I'm saying? And
definitely not.
Just having the correlation with the hospital and the clinic and the nurse and the doctor, it's really deep. And I'm honored. Malachi's honored. We are honored to have you here at Mask Off. Anytime you guys want to come back, welcome to come back.
This was so fun. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Really enjoyed it. And I don't know if you guys are used to interviews like this and stuff, but
no,
I really enjoyed you all.
Thank you. My first interview, so thank you guys.
Yep.
Yep. There we go. That's what we do. Mask off.
Thank you. Yeah. You're welcome to come back anytime. Family is family. Once you come on, you always welcome to come on. If you just want to come and kick it, chill, talk trash, you're welcome to do that.
I should go on this side.
What you doing, bro?
I'm trying to do like the Brady Bunch. See that?
Hey, there you go.
All right.
Nice. That's pretty dope. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can tell we old with this one right here.
Right. That was cool though. I enjoyed that little
Oh yeah,
moment right
Hey, Tone. You see how I got that? That was kind of like bait right there. That lets you know that Maria, she knew with the Brady Bunch. So
she know what time it is.
so that
She,
lets you know
she
she's
had to try to
young.
separate herself from us, but she knew what time it was.
Of
Yeah,
course.
she's not as young as she thought she was.
Hey, you said
there.
one mic earlier, and I'm gonna go see Nas next month. I heard that too. So
Tell her a little bit about
One mic.
what one mic is.
Yeah, so I'm a comedian, and
Oh.
I'm in this group called One Mic Entertainment, and we're a group of entertainers, comedians, and we all took the same class under Mike Larry, and he started the group, started the brand. We push each other, and really try to dominate. We don't try. We out here getting it, so it's fun.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We got a couple comments. If you guys want to stick around with the comments, we can. And then after that, we up out of here. You know what I mean, like I said, I told you I wasn't gonna keep you for hours and hours, but I just appreciate you going. You know what I'm saying? I hope we weren't too long. Give me these comments right quick so we can be up out of here.
Yes, sir. We got Tom Schultz, Game Time Tom. He said, "Yeah, my significant other has told the truth to the doctor." Game Time Tom in the building. Danny Love, she said, "Right, I do that on my breaks at work. That's a great idea, doctor." When we were talking about the meditation, Danny Love says she goes and takes her breaks.
That's awesome.
Sylvia 1991 gave us a thumbs up and some hearts.
Yay!
Yeah.
Them must be people's.
Yeah.
Oh,
my sister-in-law. Yay!
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Thanks for tapping in with us. Danny Love again. She said, "True. I learned that in psychology a while ago that homicide rate increases for the man after a divorce." And she said those studies are true, doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man. Anything you guys want to shout out? This is your moment. This is your time. Anybody out there, give you a shameless plug. Whether it's to your family or to the person that's working right next to you in the clinic, you're welcome to give a shameless plug. Boom. Go, Derek.
You
Shout out to my lovely wife Alina, 25 years and 4 children. I have one, Eva J, and then I have another one, Maddox Moran. I have another one. Her name is Kaya Moran, and then I have another one, Jackson Moran. So, you all right?
Beautiful.
Oh.
Looking around like he don't know who they are.
What's your name again?
Taking attendance, right? We got. Hold on. You had a red shirt on.
Wait, hold on, but Malachi, you gotta tell him you come.
Right. Usher you down. Good callback. That's called a callback right there. Good job.
Right. You with the orange shirt.
Hey, excuse me. Came in late yesterday and I saw you. No, come here.
The one that broke curfew. Get over here.
Right.
I'm assuming that's it for you, brother.
I got an injured child.
All right.
While you get on here, they got injured.
No, she's injured now.
Yes.
She's like, I have to be quiet. So.
Aww.
You want to go? You want to go?
I'm gonna have to go.
Okay, have a good one. Nice to meet you. As soon as he started naming the children, he's like, "And Jackson, what's wrong with you, Jackson?"
Right.
The one that hurt him. So that's
okay.
Discipline, and I have to take care of my other child.
As soon as he said the name, Jackson. Yeah, Jackson, come here.
All right. It's good seeing you, my brother. I love you, my brother.
So nice seeing you.
See you guys.
Hi, you guys. Well, my shameless plug. Let's see. My family, my newlywed husband. I'm keeping him alive.
Congratulations. Yes.
Congrats.
Thank you. Jurgen Schaefer. Yep. And then, my family, the Silva family that's always been so supportive, and my doctorate and social work family and hospital family. Just thank you. And you guys, thank you for this opportunity. It was so fun.
Thank you. And good to see you again, my friend.
Too. Thank you. Now you have to close it with Maria Silva Schaefer.
Maria Silva Schaefer.
Yes, I love it. Maria Silva Schaefer.
There you go. Thank you guys so much.
You're always welcome, man. Make sure you tap that like button and subscribe to the channel too, so
Done already. Done.
Done. So you can get an idea what's going on. Tell your peoples, tell everybody, this is us. This is what we do. We're in these streets every Friday from what we in the streets from 9 a.m. Every Friday at 9 a.m. 9 p.m. I'm saying 9 a.m.
Yeah, where you
9
at, baby?
p.m. You know, every Friday at 9 p.m. This is what we do. This is Mask Off. This episode, Health is Wealth, with some awesome guests. Awesome guests, Derek Moran and Dr. Maria Silva. That could have been a little extra, but we're going to end it with Mr. Intensity. Talk to him.
Get your life together.